fundamentally speaking, even if you look at going by numbers right now, India is still just such a large opportunity. We still have 85-90% of our retail payments in physical cash. And we have to move towards more and more of digital. That 10%, 12% digital payments have to very quickly accelerate in the next few months to 20%, 30%, 40%. But as we embark on that journey, one thing that has been very core to EbixCash and what has always differentiated us is we believe that in the ecosystem, as a player, I have to really solve a consumer problem, a consumer need, and we do that by attacking to the largest problem, which is how do I give this physical cash in our economy a digital avatar, right? That's where we've always found that everybody is solving for only the digital to digital kind of flows, right? But what about that consumer who has very high payment needs, wants to transfer money to his dependables in a country of migrant workers and domestic money transfer? How do I help them get micro insurance, micro credit, and then move them up the value chain of their requirements in financial services? We want to at EbixCash continue to be on our path and keep building what we call a Phygital platform, right? I'm sure you hear a lot of people talking about a digital play only. I think for us, digital is the enabler. Technology is absolutely the enabler, and all things that we do are tech-enabled, a platform that allows instant digital transactions and money transfer to happen. However, the reason we call ourselves Phygital is because we believe that if I have to bring in this large middle of India, this 70% India, who still transacts in physical cash and has this physical money, there will always need to be this one physical interaction, this first point of exchange, to be able to take this physical cash, give it a digital avatar, to be able to do digital transaction. And so we will continue to accelerate in this large breadth of India. Today we have 75,000 of these physical touch points across 3,000 towns and cities, and we continue to going to accelerate that in addition to the new services that we bring on. If you see successes in other industries that have also grown in the recent past, let's talk about the e-commerce world. All the large e-commerce players, while we think that they are only digital retailers, actually the end-to-end experience for you as a consumer is in the physical world as well. The delivery on time, the service that happened in the delivery. Or you take it the recent growth around the mobile travel or mobile transport and taxi industry. What we've done is we've used the Indian jugaad. We took it from the Indian jugaad of the success of FMCG products or the FMCG industry, where even that 1 rupee shampoo sachet was able to reach the length and breadth of India. We took that FMCG distribution model and applied it to financial services, right? So today at EbixCash we have EbixCash, then these large super distributors, and then these end retailers. All of them, which is a franchisee model, which we call an asset-light model, because we don't own any of this ecosystem, but we enable them through digital to be able to assist consumers with digital transactions. That's one way of being able to fulfill these transactions for the consumer. Or if the consumer is a little more tech savvy, he comes to these outlets and says, here is my physical cash, can you give me a prepaid card or load it on my prepaid wallet based on how comfortable he is with these technologies and is able to self-do his transactions. But ultimately, it's about being able to reach to that consumer where he lives or where he works and being able to support him and bring him into the ability to do digital transactions as comfortably, as conveniently that he feels to do it. How he can trust not only EbixCash but also that neighborhood outlet. And in following the consumer, we understood that where our journey started a decade ago, being able to solve for the largest need of every Indian. It's 100% requirement of every consumer, you and me, which is your payments need. And so we solved for payments and improved our market share across payments, bill payments, recharges, travel bookings. And following that consumer, of course, the next step would be the same consumer is also either working outside India and sending money back to India. And so we looked at international remittances or inward money transfer into India. And over the last couple of months, we've announced a couple of acquisitions in that space to reposition ourselves as the largest international remittance player also in the country. Of course, the next phase for the consumer is going to be his need to take care of himself and his dependents with things like microcredit, microinsurance, insurance for his two-wheeler or health insurance. And that's where having a large partner like the Ebix Group with its domain expertise in insurance, and then looking at being able to also support these consumers with their small cash flow requirements and lending and credit. So I think that's where our paths for the next decade is charted, to be this end-to-end enterprise financial exchange and be able to connect the consumer with all its needs around payments, money transfer, insurance, and then of course credit and lending.